that cabinet briefing today. Let's focus on our lead story very quickly if we can. We have this row that is developing between Pretoria and Canberra over special visas for white South African farmers. This all happening, I think, while cabinet was sitting. Was that alluded to at all during the briefing?
That's right. Communications Minister Nomvula Mokonyane was asked about the Australian Home Affairs Minister's announcement that they are considering providing special visas or fast-tracking visas for white South African farmers who they say, who the Australian Home Affairs Minister is being unfairly prejudiced against. Minister Mokonyane is saying that that story breaking while Cabinet was in session, so they did not directly address it. But she did say that International Relations Minister Lindiwe Sisulu had addressed the issue, that there is a call to the international community to note South Africa's circumstances, almost 70 years of state apartheid and coupled with more than 300 years of colonialism, has seen a majority of the population unfairly inconvenienced in this regard, that the majority of South Africa's land and property still being in the hands of a minority white population. But Minister Mokonyane reiterating the words of President Ramaphosa, saying that land expropriation without compensation will be looked into once they have filled out all legal mechanisms, saying that the process has now gone to the Constitutional Review Committee, and at the same time they're meeting with all different players, including agricultural groups like Agri-SA, who Minister Mokonyane says has come to the table to offer solutions, offer further plans on how exactly an equitable redistribution of South Africa's land can take place. But while there is this call to the international community to respect South Africa's processes, Minister Mokonyane reassuring not only South Africans but also watchers from around the world that this process regarding land redistribution will be done in a legal and fair manner.
She was, as we've already reported, fairly bullish that the social grants issue will be resolved and that payments will be made by April 1. She was also fairly confident, Lester Kiewit, wasn't she, that government in time will lick this listeriosis outbreak?
That's right. Some fairly positive messages coming from Nomvula Mokonyane. Firstly, with regard to with the SASSA debacle, confirming that Cabinet is confident that grants will be paid on the 1st of April. Also saying that the number of cash recipients will be limited to just over 700,000 people. Now, this is out of 17 million total grants that are issued by the South African government. Now, Minister Mokonyane is saying that the Ministerial task team will continue to work with the Social Development Department as well as Treasury to make sure that that any problems is avoidable. With regard to the listeriosis outbreak, Cabinet saying that it is encouraged by the work done by Minister Aaron Motsoaledi and his department's work to isolate the listeriosis outbreak, but at the same time also bringing out further education and educational measures that the public can help safeguard themselves with. If you can remember back into that ministerial statement by Minister Motsoaledi last week, he's also said that government will assist anybody or any groups of people who wish to bring any legal action against any of the companies involved in this listeriosis outbreak. But overall, a very positive message coming out of Cabinet, saying that they are certain and confident that the Ministry of Health and the department will nip the listeriosis outbreak in the bud.
All right, Lester Kiewit, thank you very much indeed from what looks to be a much cooler Cape Town. By the way, just before 1:55 this afternoon,